I'm going to show you an AI coin that has the potential to do a 100x return. Turn $1,000 into 100 grand. If it's sounding interesting, drop that like, give me subscribe. Which coin am I talking about? I'm pressing the button, it's already on there. I'm talking about oGPU. Ticker symbol, is it oGPU? I want to talk about this. This has been floating in my group for months. Just hit my table and the watch. It's been floating in my group, I'm pretty sure, for months. And I think my patrons got in this incredibly early. I remember them probably sharing me right back in. It's not even a joke. But now I'm paying attention to it. And maybe this is why you should consider becoming a patron. It's entirely up to you. They tend to get in projects early, right? And now I've decided to put a buy alert. And I really think that it's worth the buy. Now, I just want to talk about the whole GPU space. I've shown many projects, some that have gone on to doing really well, some that have just flipping sucked and failed. I get it. I've won money, I've lost money in some, it just sucks. But it is what it is. And there's a reason why these GPU projects are coming about. And I really want to break down the whole concept of GPU computing for those that don't really understand it. Now understand this. In the real world, you've got big tech giants like Nvidia, Microsoft, Meta, that are all trying to harness the power of AI. Because if you can make everything autonomous, meaning everything that we do in our daily lives, make it autonomous, automatically do things for us, or make it easier for us to do things, get the words out, keep banging my flipping wrist, then, or my knuckles, then it makes life easy. And then essentially what you have is a $1 billion idea or a multi-trillion dollar idea. Now, picture this. Many people think that Nvidia's stock in the future should reach up to $10 trillion because what they're doing is they're building these GPU processors that can help with AI. Now, you've heard the term H100 or A100 chips. These are the new advanced chips that are going to make GPU rendering a lot more powerful. Right now, this is sitting at 22 million market cap, almost 23 million market cap. Patrons, you saw the buy alert about 20 million. So it's just up a little bit for us. It's at 20 million. But in the last 24 hours, up 64%. I want to touch on this a bit more. The whole, the GPU processing. And then you'll understand why I think this could be a big, big mover. You see, in order for us to have better AI, we need to have good GPU rendering services. Now, think about it like this, right? Nvidia has these AI chips. If they wanted to do some form of a GPU service or a cloud service, a decentralized, whatever it is, decentralized cloud, decentralized AI services for generative AI and everything else, they buy up a bunch of AI chips, or they build them and then they store them in a warehouse, and then they have their computers running. They have a huge amount of computers running in this storage, right? But here's the problem with that. It can be slow if it gets overcrowded, or if it doesn't have enough hard drive space or disk space or whatever it is, it can start to clog up and be really slow, and it can cause problems for AI to advance in the future. So along comes these decentralized opportunities. You've got Blender, you've got Render, you've got all these decentralized physical infrastructures like your DPINs or the AIs, because again, Aethia, oGPU, they all are similar things that are looking to make it so when you start to try and advance in your AI data or whatever kind of thing it is, cloud gaming, you can use our services, and we actually have millions of people around the world that have their own computers. So instead of you just having this flipping warehouse, you've got people all around the world offering their power, offering their resources. Whether it's for cloud storage, you offer your hard disk space. Whether it's for gaming or advancement in AI, because I tell you what, AI is growing. If you want to have the best thing in AI on your phone, that data file is going to be becoming huge. It's going to be a bigger, huge file. Where do they store it? How do they even run it? How do they? Because sometimes when you're on GPU chat, sometimes it freezes and it says, you can't do this, it's frozen. It depends. If too many people are using it at the same time, it's going to freeze. It's going to get clogged up. But if you have a decentralized opportunity where people can offer their GPU power all around the world, you can advance AI to its insane scalability level like you've never thought of before, which is why these projects are coming about. And I seriously think you have to pay attention, because this isn't just AI. This right here, this open-GPU could be big for gaming as well, because once they offer the GPU computing power and people start running nodes and people start offering their GPU power, this is where this can really shine. And this does it in a different way to where most others do it, and I'll explain that in a second. But think about this, and I said it before. We had a gaming project called Stadia. Who remembers Stadia? Stadia, and I'm going to say this again, Stadia was very clever, but they were ahead of their time. They were a game development company that built, it was just a controller. They had this controller, you can see it right here. They had this controller, and they said, you know what, we want to do streaming, we want to stream games. This is like 7-8 years ago, right? They want to do some game streaming where people can just take the controller and go and stream their games in cloud servers. Now, the problem lied is internet was crap back then. It wasn't as advanced as what it is now. Internet was slow. You couldn't really, people were like, oh, well, how can we stream games on this when it keeps buffering out and it keeps making me freeze? So to them, I think they were just too ahead of their time, because now if they use something like an Aethia or an open-GPU or whatever it is to offer these, you know, GPU computational powers or cloud storages, whatever it is, I'm just giving you examples of how these things benefit these companies going forward. If it uses it now you're putting yourself in a position where you can actually scale your project and have the best outcome. And that's what this offers. Now, when it comes to these other GPUs, because you've got Akash, is it Akash? You've got Akash, you've got Node AI. I just want to grab a few up. You've got Node AI here. They offer GPU space. And, you know, people can come on if you've got a computer and you've got some spare GPU, whether it's an A100 chip, whatever kind of chip you have, of RTX 4090. You can offer or lend your power for people to be able to use. Now, sometimes they charge on an hourly or a day, I think it's an hourly rate. When people want to, you can deploy a node, you can borrow the nodes or lend the nodes, like deployment, staking, lending. How do you see the deployments? Well, this is me deploying. You could see all of the GPUs that were available, like your RTX 40 whatever's, the A100 chips, the H100 chips. And I'll have to look into it properly and then bring it again. But this is what I'm trying to say. Right now, you rent them on an hourly rate. Here's a fine example. No, that's the price of that. You rent this GPU space or the power on an hourly basis, right? That's what I'm trying to get at. You rent this on an hourly basis, your Node AI, whatever, so you can do the work that you need to do. So you can have the space and do what you need to do. Now, sometimes people might get it done in like 6 hours a day. But in most cases, you may end up paying more money if you get it done quicker. You may end up paying more money. Let's say you pay for an hour, but you manage to get it done in 15 minutes. Or let's say you pay for 10 hours, but then you manage to get it done in 2 hours. You've now paid extra money for this decentralized GPU, like computational power that you're not now going to use. So what OpenGPU does is you can select the task, meaning that someone offers a task, they say this is the price, and then you can use the computational power to get that task completed, and that is it. Super simple. You don't have to worry about spending extra money on these extra hours that you may or may not use in GPU computation or anything else to advance in whatever you're trying to do. So I liked the idea of that, and I can see a good use case for that. And I just think overall, anything with GPU lending, GPU computing is a seriously good niche to get into, because I said this to my mum, you're basically getting in on the ground. Like, you're offering the tools for our future. Like the future of AI, in order for AI to advance, they need to have good GPU. It's just that simple. How can you render certain things to make it look good and stuff if your GPU is just really, really slow? I've tried to play games in the past and it's slow. You probably tried to do things online with your laptop and it's really slow. That's because your laptop doesn't have a GPU processor in it. But the more money you spend, the better processor you can have, the better you can do things, whether it's to do with editing your videos. You know, sometimes you edit in a video and you go to render it and it takes like 4 hours. If you have a fast, powerful GPU, that gets done in minutes or seconds. right? Maybe in the future, when you start using your Premiere Pros and your whatever your editors are, you can just, it renders within seconds. And I think it's projects like this that will make it possible, because you will have this whole new era of cloud rendering, where you can just render things instantly, really, really fast. We don't have to worry about even downloading. Maybe that's what happens. Maybe in the future, like your Photoshops and your Premiere Pros, whatever type, because it can be used for anything. This is my example. Your AI, you can just do everything online and it just does it instantly, really fast. When you upload things, maybe the bandwidth of the internet gets faster because of this as well. I'm just thinking, like, when you have your internet service provider, it gets stored on a type of storage system or somewhere. Like, it's all to do with the cloud. Your Wi-Fi, I'll have to look into that. How is Wi-Fi, how does it work? How do we increase our bandwidth? They install these fiber optic cables, but essentially, I don't know, I have to look into that one, but I'm just going off the top of my head and I'm just going over and out. Stick to this AI stuff. This will help AI, and I believe it's got massive potential, and I feel like I need to put myself or position myself in a way where I'm in all of these projects. All of these potential, it might fail. It might fall to zero and I'll lose my money. But if it doesn't, and it goes where I think an easy 100x on this, which I'm not asking for multiple billions, by the way. Look at this, 10x. Well, maybe I am. I'm not asking for tens of billions. 10x is 229 million. I think even a billion. I think this can reach a billion. That's a 50x right there. Or 20x, 100x. Start again. 10x, 229 million. 100x, 2.29 billion. 2.2 billion. For a project that deals in AI, has a deep in infrastructure kind of thing. Let me read it. Look, so harness the potential of decentralized GPU computing with oGPU network. They're building their own their Explorer, I can see here. This is also a layer 1. So what we might see in the future is we might start to see new projects get built over here, and these projects could do really well straight away, especially if it's to do with AI and stuff, because it has the GPU computing built in it. Like if people build projects over here and it's got the GPU computing alongside it, it says, look, because you're using us, you've got the GPU power to go with it. That's powerful. It's seriously powerful. Build with oGPU. It says the network is created for supporting developers and businesses to create modern AI and blockchain solutions. You could very well see loads of new AI projects come from this. Because it's a layer 1. oGPU network offers excellent performance, security, and scalability. We make innovations accessible to all. So unmatched scalability. They're saying that no one can match it. oGPU network guarantees versatility and reliability required for today's most demanding applications with its multi-layered architecture and EVM compatibility. So you can use your MetaMask with this. You can use your Trust Wallet with this layer that they're building. Our platform can offer a processing capacity of more than 5,000 operations per second. I don't know what that is, but it sounds flipping fast, rapidly and efficiently. Like I said, once their mainnet happens, because I think this is like the testnet phases, once they launch the mainnet, you may see a bunch of new cryptocurrencies get born from oGPU, their layer. And if that happens, that could absolutely skyrocket the price. Just got to keep it real. And they got this ORC20. Is that what it is? The standard. I was looking somewhere. Where was I looking and reading? So their tokens that get built on it would be called I think it's ORC20. I might be wrong. Where did I read it? All different things I've grabbed up, like they got yellow paper, white paper, all these different flipping papers. But I'm going to have to see if I can find it. It's like ORC20 standard or something like that. Is it here? Did I read it here? The Faucet develop. ORC20. Here you go. So this is what the coins will be when they get launched over here. When people, like you got Ethereum, you got the ERC20 tokens. That's what render is. It's an ERC20 token. Well, if you see a future render come from this on this chain, it would be an ORC20 token. oGPU chain token standard ORC20. I wonder what's going to come from this. Layer 1, this could probably have been a good one. It's a shame because I finished my mini series now. You can go check my mini series. This probably would have been a good one to add to the mini series for the layer 1s, because you're dealing with a low cap, nice and low, plenty of room to grow your investment. You're not buying like multi-billion-dollar projects. You're buying these tiny low caps. Yeah, they're high risk, but they have the potential to do exceedingly well if they can do what they say they can do on the tin. Don't they have an audit with, is it Certic audit? I'm gonna have to come and look at that in a bit. It says here OpenGPU DevNet. So that's what I just showed you, the Explorer. DevNet is designed as an environment for I know, I keep hitting my flipping watch. It's designed as an environment for developers to test and innovate with OpenGPU DevNet. Users will have the opportunity to create and develop their project using our advanced tools. So hold on, is this, and I'm gonna click Explore, is this sort of like, you can test things before you make it go live on the main net? If so, that's good. Because when you think about layer one change, you had Litecoin. People were using Litecoin before it went onto Bitcoin, and they deployed the contract upgrade. You had things like Moon River, which people were testing stuff on Moon River, then they deploy it onto Moonbeam, right? Which is why they both had a strong use case. Is that like this? Where you just come over, you got an entirely different space where they can use their, development toolkits or whatever it is that they're trying to do and build. And then once it's good, then they can deploy it live on the main net. If so, that is good. A dev net, that could be the future. Like you got your main net, your test net, and your dev net. Well, the test net is the dev net. I guess that's what it is. It's the test net, because I'm looking up here, it says test net. I don't know. Well, sustainability at heart. So OpenGPU network prioritizes sustainability. We optimize GPU resource utilization, reduce carbon emissions, and support a greener approach to higher performance computing. So it's green efficient. If you like these kind of green tokens, because I was a big fan of is it called Web? Energy Web. I was a big fan of that because of the whole green emissions. I was a fan of what's the other one? I can't remember the name. It's a layer one. I can't remember the name. It's not, I can't remember it. It begins with an A. I can't remember it. But it's all green efficient. It will come back to me. I go, that's what it is. Anyway, OpenGPU provider. So they got a desktop app. So the desktop app enables GPU providers to connect to the network, validate transactions, and earn rewards. Providers play a vital role in maintaining the integrity of OpenGPU through validating transactions and securing the network. So I guess that's the part with the nodes, I'm guessing. Could you validate, or validate transactions is staking, isn't it? You got staking up here, look, top right. Let me right click and see what's going to say. So you can earn with GPU computing. Look, with the Open GPU network, users can monetize their idle GPU resources. Just like I told you, right now, people are doing it on an hourly basis. It says, by joining our decentralized computing network, contribute to cutting edge AI projects and other GPU intensive applications and earn competitive rewards. But this bit here, look. Contribute to cutting edge AI projects. Like I said, you might get an AI project that offers a task and it needs to just get that task done. There might be a certain fund and it just uses the computational power that it needs to get it done, rather than renting on an hourly basis or on a daily basis and paying out money that you do not need. This is where the attraction could lie for this, rather than something like your Node AI. Or whatever ones they are, Render, whatever they are, because that's a very attractive point. Being able to just pay just enough to get the job done, right? Your gateway to decentralized trading. OpenDex is our secure community. I can't wait to read it all. You know what I mean? I'm just talking too much now. So yeah, what do you think of this? Drop your comments down below. There's a lot to really take in, but overall, you're dealing with a project that can absolutely skyrocket if Nvidia goes to Nvidia, we want to call it, goes to 10 trillion. I call it Nvidia, and then this GPU space becomes really dominant, and the AI leans on GPU power. If it really heavily leans on GPU power, and a little warehouse cannot handle it, and they need to start going decentralized, which obviously is an important thing. Why do you think Render became decentralized? Because they had Otoy, right? Octane Studio, where people could go on there and render. You have big big companies using Octane and Otoy to render their videos, whether it's on Netflix or whatever it is. So they understood that there's a demand for more GPU power, more rendering, better rendering services, and the way to make it more scalable is to go in a decentralized way. This could be that way. And I feel like watching this at 24 million market cap is like watching something like Fetch AI when I got in that incredibly early. And I just got to keep that real. Like, this is like watching Fetch AI when I first got in Fetch, like 8 cents a piece, and it shot up to like $3-4. I made massive gains. And I'm wondering, can I do the same with this? Maybe I'm too reserved. Maybe this is a 2 to 3, 400x. Maybe this can go into the tens of billions. I think it can reach multiple billions. I think it can go to at least 2 to 3 billion in the future. But let's see it go there. If it starts to go above, 100 to 200 million, I'm going to have to bring a road to blue chip because this could easily become a blue chip. Look at this. There's 21 million tokens in supply, all circulating as well, as far as I'm aware. You'll never get any more than that. Now, with these GPU projects like Node AI and everything, there's always like a little buy-sell tax. They have a 5% buy tax, 5% sell tax. This little yellow alert here is an anti-whale alert. I've already checked it. It means no whale can come in and just buy loads or dump loads. They do that to stop whales from coming in. Anti-whale, right? So that's nothing. It's minor. But yeah, I feel like this could be a big mover. And that's why I put some money in this Patreon you saw the buy alert. If you don't want to miss it, become a Patreon. The link is in the info section. Click it, come out, check me out. They saw this video first. I can't promise it's going to stay at this price, but if it is, then maybe see the opportunity. Again, this is not financial advice. You decide what you want to do. They paid me nothing. It's not sponsored. I'm just showing you what I'm doing from a smart business or an investment point of view, right? And this is what I like to do. I like to get in on these AI projects because I know AI is going to boom again. If you think AI is quiet and it's never coming back, you're crazy, because when these big entities start talking about it, and when they start saying, oh, we're now looking at GPU services and cloud storage services and all things like that, this is where these start to blow up. I have 7 tiers. My exclusive VIP partner tier is the one I recommend. It unlocks all the posts. You'll see when I'm buying, when I'm selling, when I'm staking, when I'm AIing, all of that stuff. Click it, come over, check me out. Yeah, fresh month as well. So now's a good time to check me out because it's fresh month. Or it's fresh month coming at the time watching this. If you can afford it, my CEO tier gives you access to the VIP Telegram group. I promise you now. I remember seeing this months ago in my VIP group. It's probably like a couple of $1 million. And it's not even a joke. Because they share things early in my VIP group, which means you have the opportunity to get in early. I highly recommend you come check it out, because had you been in that group a while back, you'd have been buying it much cheaper than what I'm buying it now. Yeah. So that's how it works. You're super alert to things. There's smart investors in there. There's millionaires in the group. It's a powerful network. You need to be a part of a powerful network, because if you want to get in early on these projects and know when to buy and sell, these guys are telling you. Yeah. So this could be off and away it goes. Look at this beautiful chart. Up, 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 and more up to come in the future in the world. I'm going to leave it here. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.
Never be defeated.